Tamara, you're chasing the story, a very disturbing story coming out of Feasterville, Pennsylvania, where authorities discovered 12 young women living with someone who may or may not have been their father. Very confusing story. What do you got?
Lee Kaplan, he was arrested after a neighbor tipped off police that there was something suspicious going on at his home. When police arrived, they went inside. They found 12 girls, all ranging in age from 6 months old to 18 years old. And now the 18-year-old actually has 2 children. Lee is said to be the father. Neighbors told me that the girls wore traditional Amish attire. They were never seen all together outside.
We've seen the girls out there. We've seen him out there. Never 12 at a time, though. Usually working. For kids, never playing.
Now, investigators are currently interviewing the girls to find out exactly where they came from, but they've already determined that the 18-year-old was gifted to Kaplan by her parents, who are formerly Amish. The couple's name is Daniel and Sevilla Stoltzfus, and in turn, Kaplan helped them financially. She was gifted when she was 14 years old. She immediately became pregnant. She had 2 children after that. One is 6 months old, one is 3 years old. Now, Kaplan is currently in jail, and he's charged with several counts of sexual assault, child endangerment. The parents, they face similar charges, but there's another aspect of this that's perplexing, and that is the Amish connection. According to court documents, the ex-Amish couple were actually in a dispute with their community that started in 2003. That's when they allegedly left the church. That's when their connection with Kaplan began. Now, some bloggers in the Amish community say that they weren't Amish at all. But to get a better perspective on this, we have Saloma Furlong. She's formerly Amish, and she's authored several books, including Bonnet Strings. Thank you so much for joining us via Skype. Tell us your perspective on this.
When you grow up Amish, you're taught that you need to give up your individuality in order to become part of the community, to literally conform to all the church rules. So when somebody does leave, we have to find out who we are separate from the community. And for some people, that can be so uncomfortable that they tend to gravitate towards someone who is influential and will assume the authority over them that replaces the authority of the church.
But nowhere in there is there anything about selling your kids.
Obviously.
Are you saying that the indictment is against Amish people, that they are effectively brainwashed by a church, so therefore they just moved on to the next person that would brainwash them?
No. I'm not saying it's an indictment. I'm only trying to give the background for how somebody out of an Amish community can become so perverse.
You know what, that could happen in any community, and it does. As a matter of fact, it's the first time I've ever heard of anything like this happening in the Amish community. It's something that we see in the wider world fairly often. We read the papers all the time. Bad things happen. 14-year-old girls are a lot of times subjugated to older men, even prostituted out. I mean, it's a horrible thing to have happen in the Amish community or outside of it.
All right, Saloma, thank you. Appreciate your insight on this.